What's happening, guys? My name is Anthony, and in today's video we've got another My Team video for you guys. So going into this one, we've made quite a few upgrades. I'll go over them quickly. We've improved the fabrication on the durability, and we've improved the quality control on every single department here. We've also improved the simulator as well. That will be coming on the 4th of September. All these upgrades will be. And in terms of upgrades, in terms of the R&D, we've been trying to just keep with the regulation changes. There's not going to be enough time to do a second season of this My Team with F1 22 being so close, but we're going to try and at least hold on to some of them anyway whilst upgrading everything else, so might as well do that. Other than that, there's not really much else to say. We have skipped a race, which is Belgium, and the reason why, as you can see, we've done it and I finished in P7, is because when I recorded it, I've been having a lot of issues with OBS, sadly, and this episode also had some troubles with OBS, and I just wasn't able to make a video out of it. So yeah, we finished P7 at Belgium. So this time we'll go into the Netherlands. We've only got 5 more races left to go of this season, and we're currently sitting in P9 in the championship. It's actually not that bad considering it's the first and only season of My Team. But if you do enjoy these videos, make sure to smash the like button. If you're new and you end up liking what you see here, consider subscribing to the channel. And let's get straight into qualifying for the Zandvoort GP. Alright then, guys, so here we are at qualifying, and we've done free practice, which went pretty well. We've also got a 5-place grid penalty, by the way, as well, because we had to take, I believe it's a new control electronics. So because of that, we do have a 5-place grid penalty, so wherever we finish in qualifying, we start in 5 places behind that. Oh, another thing as well, guys, is I did explain this in the last video, but obviously I've not done the last video due to problems. But I have done a lot of changes to the career mode. I've tried to make the name thing a little bit better, the name changing thing. George Russell and guys like that still have a lot of issues, but as you can see, we've got the actual liveries now. The mod has been updated. And I'm actually using the McLaren Shadow livery, which is the McLaren F1 Esports version of the livery. So let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Do you prefer the esports version of the McLaren, or do you prefer the real life version? Me personally, I'm a much bigger fan of the esports version than I am real life. I don't know, I like the more black, basically. All right, here we are, guys. Here we are on our lap here. Don't know who that is behind us, but we shouldn't be in their way. Let's see what we can do around Zandvoort in our first lap here in this car. Our car is actually the second slowest car at the moment, so we have overtaken Haas in terms of our on-paper pace. Down into 3rd gear for the first corner. Losing a little bit of grip mid-corner, which isn't ideal. I think it's just the first corner here, because so far I've not actually felt the loss of grip except for the first corner. Maybe the car is just not really good at turning in at that corner. Yeah, even here, you know, we still have a lot of grip, even though we are understeering so much. What the hell? I didn't understeer nowhere near as much as this in practice. What's going on here? So, unless maybe the temperature of the track has changed, then that's what's caused the understeer? No idea, but we're going to finish the lap anyway. And it's going to be an 11.5, roughly about an 11.5. Which obviously we could do way better than that. Alright, so I came out a little bit too late here, as you can see. And we're not actually in the gap like I wanted to be. So what I'm going to have to do, guys, is have a little bit of space here to the car ahead in the Alpine. Gonna have to slow down Alex Albon, sorry about that, but it is what it is. You've got to be sacrificed, mate. And here we go, our final lap, which we should hopefully do much better on. So let's see what we can do on this lap. First corner braking just after the 100-meter board. Down into 3rd gear, try and hug the curb there as much as we can. Don't get a better exit off the first corner, but to be honest, there's still a lot of time to be made up during this lap, so I'm not too worried that we didn't make time on the first corner. As you can see now, we're roughly about 600ths of a second up on our time. Let's come up to this corner where we understeered wide here, and we don't understeer wide at all this time. Brilliant. Or do we? Oh my god. Oh my god, that was sketchy. That was very sketchy. Okay. Why? Okay. We could get knocked out here. What I'm gonna have to do is cool down these tires a little bit. And we're gonna have to go again on this set of tires, which it should still be good enough for us to get through, but holy crap, that was nerve-wracking. Right, we've got one more chance to do this, guys. One more chance as our teammate is on his lap. I don't know if we're holding him up, but again, I'm going to have to sacrifice him. He's not going to make it into Q2 anyway. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We just about make it. Again, braking just after the 100-meter board. We're losing traction here. We'll just have to wait and see. Again, making up a heap load of time, even more time than we did on the previous lap. Almost 800s up this time. Like, I know that the car, the tires, they really go in the middle sector, but compared to free practice, it's quite concerning how much we're understeering in the middle of that. But this is a much better lap at least. We're 8 tenths up, which is going to be enough. It's not quick, but it's going to be enough to get us into Q2. So let's see what we do here. We do a 10.6, which is good enough for P16. We just about make it. Yeah, and here's confirmation, guys. We just about make it into Q2, knocking out Valtteri Bottas by about 0.05 of a second. Jesus Christ, that was pretty close. We left that down to the wire, I'm not gonna lie, but in Q2, I'm thinking about just doing one lap towards the beginning of session and calling it a day no matter where we finish. Yeah, again, we've got that 5-place grid penalty, which means we are gonna start towards the back of the grid essentially, unless we get into Q3, which if we're on the softs, I want to be on the mediums so that we can maybe run towards the end of the race. Alright, so yeah, wherever we finish is wherever we finish. If I still make it into Q3 with a lap at this point in qualifying, then I guess it was just meant to be, but this time I'm gonna have to be really careful through the second sector of this lap, because the car is understeering a lot more than I thought it would, which isn't going to be good for the race since we're going to have a lot more fuel in the car during the race. But here we go. Only lap of Q2. Down into third gear. This time not losing as much traction as we did in Q1. So it could have just been that the track was just a lot more fresh. We take this corner quite cautiously, not as aggressive as I usually would take it. Probably lost about half a tenth there. A little bit of understeer, but not as much as, again, Q1. So I think it was mainly just the fact that the track was quite green in Q1 versus how it is now. I'm guessing the track evolution is quite big here, even though tire wear is not super aggressive. Alright, final corner, just try and get the nose tucked in to the corner. Good exit. Let's see how this is. Oh, almost losing the back end of the car. What the hell? It was so random. But this time we're going to do a 10.5, which leaves us in P9. Okay, maybe the car just doesn't have as much pace as I thought it would. The fact that we're in P10 with a 10.5, whilst Ricciardo in a McLaren is in P8 on mediums. I'm not sure. We're definitely not going to make it into Q3, I think, with this type of lap. But let's see what happens anyway. Okay, yeah, so we definitely didn't make it into Q3. We would have needed to do a 9.8, well, a 9.9 or a 9.8 to comfortably get into Q3 here. George Russell, Carlos Sainz, Charles Leclerc, and Lewis Hamilton, all on medium tires. Now, the Red Bull have been doing some medium tire runs through Q2 in some of the previous races, and they absolutely dominated that races, so it's interesting to see them go for the softs here at Zandvoort, whereas quite a lot of others are going for the medium tires here, which is pretty interesting. But let's see where we place. We place P16. So yeah, we're going to be starting 21st on the grid, so second to last this time due to our 5-place grid penalty. Disappointing, as we are going to have to try and get up the field, but again, apparently the car just doesn't have as much pace as I thought it would.
It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Perez, Gasly, Valtteri Bottas. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. And Stroll, Verstappen, Giovinazzi, Sainz, and Kimi Räikkönen. Russell, Tsunoda. They've taken a grid penalty. Mick Schumacher, Anthony, Vettel, Mazepin, Fernando Alonso, and Esteban Ocon. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Latifi, Ricciardo, Norris, and Callum Ilott. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Okay then guys, right, well I thought that I was going to be starting 21st because we qualified in P16 and then had a 5-place grid penalty. But somehow, has this ever happened in real life before? Where someone has qualified in a position, had a grid penalty, but started further up the grid than where they qualified? Please let me know if that's ever happened in real life before, but that's crazy to think about. We qualified in P16, had a 5-place grid penalty, but we're starting in P14. Okay, I'm taking that. Now, the strategy is it's not letting me choose mediums, oddly enough. Okay, right, well, the strategy is going to be mediums to softs. We can do that at Zandvoort. In fact, that's what I did in my last league race. There's probably going to be a card somewhere up on the screen. Make sure to go and check that out if you enjoy watching league races. And then, yeah, I think that's all we really need to say in terms of that. I'm going to turn the fuel down by quite a bit. And then we'll just get straight into this race. There's not really much else to say about it, other than let's hope for some points, maybe. All right, here we go, guys. We've got 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights here at Zandvoort for the Netherlands GP, and lights out. And away we go. Trying to get down, just trying to get up the gears so we can actually get the power down here. As we're on the inside. I don't know who that is in the Williams, but he did turn in on us there. As we're going to try and get past Schumacher if we can. No chance getting past him there, but we could go around the outside. Don't know about this. Gonna have to get a pretty good exit if we want to make it happen. Trying to get some slipstream from Valtteri Bottas. As we do manage to go around the outside of Schumacher here. Oh, that was so close. Lost the rear there. As Valtteri Bottas is on the hard tires, so we're gonna go down the inside here and just send it. Just try and get past him. We are on a quicker time. And there we go. We've made up 3 positions already on this opening lap, which is fantastic. As we can see, Valtteri Bottas' teammate, Zhou Guan Yu, in P8, I believe that is. P7, actually. He's doing quite well on this start as we try to go around the outside here of Yuki Tsunoda. Oh my god, just lost the rear of the car there. Luckily, we didn't sustain any damage from that. Tried to go around the outside of Yuki, and the car just lost itself. We'll see if we do have damage, actually. Yeah, no damage. Thank God. We could have easily gotten damage there. Not the best moment of my life in terms of this game. I don't like the way the car feels going into turn 1, though. It feels way too light. I really don't like that. I mean, don't get me wrong. The car's feeling light all over the place, but in turn 1, we just lose so much traction, which is quite infuriating because I want to know what the car is doing at all times. But yeah. Right now, I think it's just time to just settle in. I do want to plan a move here on Yuki at some point. Oh my god. He is on the saucer, so it might be a little bit more difficult to do that than with Valtteri Bottas, for example. But we are losing quite a lot of time to the front runners already. Just look at the gap between Zhou Guan Yu and Charles Leclerc. The midfield and the front runners have already started sort of separating. It's only lap 2. So it shows that the front guys are just super quick, even on the mediums. Well, most of them are on the mediums anyway, I think, anyway. Alright. I think we're going to have a better run on Yuki if we use some of our ERS here. So we're going to do that. We've got the slipstream. Can we send it? Oh my god, he's literally left us no space there. Okay, I know I sent it quite late there, but I feel as if we were alongside by the time we got to the corner, that I should have been left a little bit more room. Maybe you guys can let me know in the comment section what you thought about that. Luckily, again, no damage from that situation. Now we need to try and catch up to Sainz quickly, because he's trying to make the move on Stroll, and we want to get amongst that so that we can actually get DRS. I think Yuki's looking to try and get the position back on me. Again, he is on the soft, so softs do last a pretty decent length of time around here. So he's still got quite a lot of opportunities to make the move back on us. As we brake super late here, gaining a ton of time on Sainz. This is brilliant. Okay, the car just does not like that corner, by the way. Every time I try and get the power down from that corner, the car, the rear end, it's not liking that. So I'm going to have to try and be a lot more careful with what I'm doing through that specific corner. But here's Yuki. No, he's quite a big distance away. He's not going to overtake us. But Sainz is looking for the move on Stroll. Goes around the outside. Can he make it stick? He is on the quicker compound. And there we go. Sainz makes the move stick on Stroll, who is on the hard tires, which does give me some ideas. Don't think we're going to be able to do it going into this corner. Gonna have to brake, which means we're losing quite a bit of time here. Signs, which isn't ideal. Right, come on, Stroll. Gonna send it as he turns in. What's with the AI and turning in? Really hope that does get improved for F1 22, because I feel like they just don't have any regard for you when you're there. And that Sign's gotten past Zhou Guanyu. Now it's our turn. Let's see if we can actually get past him as well. Again, on the hard tires. The hard tires should slowly be starting to feel a little bit of grip. Not too much, as we're still early days in this race. But it should still be, you know, starting to feel a little something in the tires here. So what I might have to do is bite the bullet here, lose time to Signs, and just pass him in a more conventional position, which is coming up right about now. I'm going to use our ERS, use the DRS as well, and just rocket past Zhou Guanyu here. Now, I don't know if we have pace to really catch back up to Carlos Sainz, so it's going to be a clear air situation here. Zhou does go quite a bit defensive, but that's not going to matter. We're too quick. We're too quick at the moment, as we go on the inside of Zhou Guanyu instead of the outside like Carlos Sainz, and now we're 1.9 seconds, roughly about 2 seconds behind Sainz. This is where we get to see our pace and see if we can actually catch up to Carlos Sainz here. Might use a little bit of ERS this lap just to see if there is anything in it. If not, then it's just going to be a case of performing consistent laps and trying not to fall back. Oh, there's yellow flag. What's happening here? It's ahead of us. What's going on? No idea. Lewis Hamilton, the man who stuck it on pole position, is out of the Grand Prix. Lewis Hamilton, after only 6 laps, is out. And he's had a terrible season, by the way, guys. Because right now, I do believe the 3 front guys in the championship is Max Verstappen, Lando Norris, and George Russell. So Lewis not having the best of seasons here, and it continues. And we've only got 5 races left to go, including this one. So I think that could potentially be Lewis Hamilton's championship hopes finished already. Now that's pretty surprising for the 7-time world champion, but I guess in terms of this career mode, that's how he's gonna stay a 7-time world champion. All right, yeah, taking a look at the past couple of laps here, yeah, we've not got the pace to really keep up with Carlos Sainz. He's gained about half a second, I believe, since we actually got past Zhou Guanyu. So yeah, no chance of catching up to Sainz. So all we can really do is just focus ourselves on just consistent laps here and try not to fall back too much, as we do have Danny Ricciardo, who is on the sauce, and he's poised. He's quick right now. As we got another yellow flag. What's happening here? It's actually behind us this time. Is there another retirement going on? Not sure. I think I see someone going quite slowly. I can't tell. Right, here comes Danny Ricciardo. We've got DRS. He's a much quicker car in the McLaren. I want to see what he's going to do in terms of pits, though. When is he going to pit? Because it really should be around about now. Assuming that he started on the softs that he did Q2 with. There you go. Exactly what I thought. He's going into the pits on lap 12. And we actually got DRS out of it as well, so it was the perfect time for him to overtake us, actually. Again, there's a lot of oversteer here, which is quite annoying. Not oversteer, understeer. That first corner. As we've got the championship leader on hard tires behind us, Max Verstappen. Don't really think it matters. Don't really think it matters too much how quick we are and what tire we're on. Max Verstappen's always going to be quicker. So yeah, I think the case is just not if he gets past us, it's when he gets past us. So we're gonna try and stick ahead here and just try and make sure that he gets ahead of us at the right spot, as again we're just understeering. I think we've managed to do enough here. Max Verstappen's going to pass us at the right spot, hopefully. Let's see. He's got DRS, so it should be an easy move for him. Or not, actually. We've got the straight line speed to stay ahead, to do enough. as Perez actually gets in front of Max. So maybe it was Max Verstappen with the issues. I'm not sure who started ahead of who. You can just see that the amount of understeer we have compared to the Red Bull. It's night and day. He's able to turn in so easily, whereas us, the car, it generally feels as if it's struggling. I know Formula 1 cars are designed to go straight and go straight quickly, but they are also designed to turn and turn quickly as well. How did we even... Oh my god, we must have just been on the limit there. How did we manage to get into the DRS? I have no idea. I mean, this is great. I'm happy. We're still in the DRS of Max, a lap after he passed us. What? Nah. Alright, Jeff is still saying 10 minutes after like 10 laps, so yeah, well, there's no point in thinking about the rain. The rain's not coming anytime soon. Because if it was, then we'd be looking at roughly the next 5 minutes were even imminent. So, nah. Let's not worry about the rain. Let's just focus on getting on these softs when we can, and just doing as much laps as we can, or as fast laps as we can on those softs once we actually go on them, because rain's not coming anytime soon. Wait, hold up. I've just noticed something. Carlos Sainz is on the softs. Didn't he start on the softs? No, he started on the mediums, I'm pretty sure. So if everyone around us is doing like mediums to hards, or you know, hards to mediums or whatever, what's Sainz doing? Is he doing a 2-stop? I think he might be doing a 2-stop, because the AI usually don't go for the strategies that us humans would go for. I mean, obviously I'm doing a mediums to softs, but I'd generally be surprised if Carlos Sainz is, considering that I'm still on the mediums and he's on the softs now. So I'm actually going to assume that Carlos Sainz is doing a 2-stop, meaning we're actually fighting for position here, because I've got one more stop and so does he. Gasly, I'm not sure what he started on. I don't think he started on those hards, so yeah, he's definitely going to get past us. But Sainz, that's surprising. The Ferrari going for the 2-stop here, because I think most people are going for the 1-stop, so I don't really see his 2-stop working. But we'll see where he finishes, because you never know. Safety cars could really help out with this 2-stop, I'm not sure. And to be honest, we're also not losing as much time as I thought to Max Verstappen. I thought that he'd be about 4 or 5 seconds up the road after like 3 laps, but it's been quite a while since he passed us, and he's only just about getting to the 5-second range. I think it's been maybe about 5 laps, 6 laps, roughly, since he passed us. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. Okay, yeah, so I've just checked to see what sort of lap times and stuff Carlos Sainz are doing. And yeah, Jeff thinks that Sainz has one more stop. So as I thought, Sainz is doing a 2-stop, which means we are currently fighting for position, because we both got one more stop left. Which, to be honest, I'm game. I'm game. We've already had a pretty intense battle with Sainz at Hungary, which I'll leave the link to the playlist for this career mode in the description, so if you want to take a look at all the other episodes, you can. But we've already had a pretty intense battle with Sainz at Hungary, and now I say that and we almost spin around, but now we could potentially have another intense battle with him here at Netherlands. Whoa, okay, this is big. Jeff has just said that he thinks that we're not too far away from the rain. If the rain's coming soon, we could actually hold out on these mediums until it rains. And then we don't need to worry about pitting for softs. We could just pit onto the intermediates straight away and we'd be fine. What I'm going to do is, once we get into the DRS straight here, the back one, I'll quickly check to see when the rain's coming. Hopefully it's moved to like imminent. The sooner the rain comes, the better. Yes! Yes, it's... Whoa, I don't know what's up with my voice today, guys. I'm sorry. Like, my voice keeps going. But yes, Jeff has just said the rain is at any moment now. It skipped the 5-minute mark completely, which means it's coming, and it's coming soon. I'm holding out. I'm not pitting. I'm staying out on these mediums until it rains. Come on. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Just look at our pace right now. Now remember, our tires are dead, and yet Gasly's not really making up that much time. It's not wet enough. which means he's pitting on for another set of slick tires here, which isn't really helpful to me. I need it to be wet enough for us to actually go into these inters. Right, Carlos Sainz has just put in a fastest lap, so that's not giving me hope, to be honest, because it means that the track's not really, it's not really wetting up. I mean, that's a weird phrase to say, but the track doesn't feel as if it's getting slower through the rain if Carlos Sainz is putting in a fastest lap. Yeah, it's still the fastest tire. You can even see it by the track. The track's not really changed much since it started raining. In fact, even before it started raining, I feel as if the track's not really changed that much. I mean, this section of the track does look a little bit different, but not really enough. Let's see what our first sector time is here. We're only 4 tenths down on our fastest lap. And we've been on these tires since the beginning of the race. So yeah, the track's nowhere near inters. Yeah, I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to pit, guys. Which sucks. But this track's just not, it's just not changing. Come on, track. If you can change over this next lap, I would love you forever. This is so disappointing. Why whenever it says it's gonna rain and I need the rain, why does it never switch fast enough? I'm gonna be so annoyed if I pit for the softs and then it tells me it's inters conditions now. Nah, still nowhere near. I've been on these tires all race and I'm still only 2 tenths down in the first sector. Oh well, we tried, it didn't work. It didn't work. So yeah, we're gonna have to pit. We're gonna lose a lot of time here. Ooh. Okay, we just about got DRS here, and our fastest lap is only about a tenth quicker. Which I feel as if it would have been a lot quicker if it wasn't raining, but yeah, it is what it is. It's still not wet enough for inters, by the way. So we are gonna get past Lando Norris. Eventually. Where's Danny Ricciardo? Looks like he's way behind us. Not sure what happened to him. Pretty sure he was with us at one point. I mean, it's still dry enough for you to take that corner flat. Oh my god, are we gonna actually pass him? Nope, we have to do a send. Not the cleanest of sends, but Jesus, okay. I wasn't expecting to be that far behind. What the hell happened there? Okay, either way, we're past Lando. We're 5.6 seconds behind Sainz, so yeah, we're not going to catch him up. Even on the 2-stop, he managed to absolutely destroy us. But I feel as if he didn't do the 2-stop, he could have probably finished a little bit further ahead. I'm not sure. Oh my god. Yeah, this car is terrible to drive right now. It's got so much understeer and oversteer at the same time. If you guys remember the, I believe it's a 2014 Ferrari. That's the best way to describe this car. If we can somehow gain 3.7 seconds on Carlos Sainz in this next lap, that'd be fantastic. Alright, here we go, guys. This is the final lap, and as I said, this race has gone a lot differently to what I expected. I expected to be starting in P21 and really have to fight tooth and nail to get into the points today, but yeah. Currently sitting in P7, which I will happily take. That's 2 P7s in a row, by the way, as well. For the Spa race, which I may or may not have shown footage of what happened in that race, depending on what I can salvage from it. We did a Ferrari strategy. Basically, we should have stayed out on the mediums and we would have probably got on a podium. But we went on the softs and we ended up getting a puncture on the last lap, which caused us to lose P6 to Lando Norris, which was very disappointing. But Sergio Perez wins the Zandvoort GP, the Netherlands GP here. Pretty interesting. I'm sure Max fans will be pretty disappointed that their homeboy didn't win. But either way, Sergio Perez wins and Red Bull are just storming at the moment. We're going to come home for P7, which is amazing, considering I thought we would have to fight quite hard for points today. He started P21, didn't he? Oh. Oh. Well, I said that. Okay, okay. Well, guys, I said that Max fans wouldn't be as happy today because Sergio Perez won, but Max fans are roaring right now, and that's because Max Verstappen is world champion. Okay then, guys, so yeah, as I said, you probably sure saw by my reaction, but I said that Max fans wouldn't be as happy because Sergio Perez took the win here for the Zandvoort GP. However, it's fully confirmed now, Max Verstappen is a two-time world champion. He's just won the world championship here at his home country, coming in 3rd place behind George Russell in P2. And then we have Charles Leclerc, Danny Ricciardo from P20 to P5 on the grid. Amazing drive from him. And then we have Carlos Sainz, myself, Lando Norris, Sebastian Vettel actually getting into the points, and then Yuki Tsunoda. And then outside of the points, we have Valtteri Bottas, Fernando Alonso, Zhou Guanyu, Alexander Albon, Mick Schumacher, Esteban Ocon, Callum Ilott, Nicholas Latifi, Lance Stroll, and Kevin Magnussen, with Pierre Gasly, even though it says +3, with Pierre Gasly and Lewis Hamilton being the retirements for this session. So let's actually check the standings and see how many points Max Verstappen has as world champion. So looking into it, 253 points. He is now 115 points ahead of Lando Norris, obviously now mathematically meaning that he is the world champion. Then we've got Lando Norris and George Russell in P2 and P3 respectively, with Lewis Hamilton in P4 with 110 points. Yeah, he's having a pretty tough season here in that Mercedes. We're currently in P9. There's actually been no changes on the grid. Everyone is in the exact same positions as they were before, and similarly with the Constructors' Championship, everyone is in the exact same position. We're in P6 right now, with Alpine and AlphaTauri being our sort of closest rivals. Not sure if we're going to be able to overtake AlphaTauri, just because Callum Ilott's not really scoring any points. But yeah, I'll take P6 for my first season as Constructors. Alright guys, so let's go back to HQ, see if there's absolutely anything we can do, and then we'll finish off the video there. Alright then guys, so yeah, there was nothing to take a look at HQ, but I do hope that you did enjoy this video. If you did, smash the like button, and again, if you're new to the channel and you're still watching at this point, you might as well subscribe because you clearly liked what you saw. I'll catch you guys in my next video.